Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I appreciate all of you great fans and stuff that enable me to be able to do this stuff with you guys, and you guys are a great sounding board. Um, Before I get to Jerry Jones, the Cowboys, and Cincinnati and Jamar Chase, who basically threw shade at Diggs, I want to clarify something. I did a video earlier today because I was talking about the big mistake that I made. The big, huge mistake I made, which is something I've done many, many, many times in my life. And that is when I ordered my number 12 jersey. First of all, some people say it's sacrilegious because it should only have Roger Staubach's name on it. I get what you're saying. But it was actually meant to be a motivational piece and reminder of 12 personnel. And in my mind, I saw 12 personnel when I ordered it. But with the dyslexia that I've had my whole life, it was one of those things that literally flew past me. It's so bad. How bad is it? Even when I opened it up, put it on, took pictures of it, posted it in the video, that I didn't realize it was messed up until Philly 500 posted on Twitter, tweeted out there about how stupid I was. And I didn't do that video like Jim to try and make you feel bad or anybody like that. I actually did it because I'm not the only person who actually has dyslexia. There's a lot of people out there that actually do have dyslexia. And shout out to Brother Roz. If you actually have some issues with dyslexia and need some work and stuff on it, I actually have some place that place where you can get help for your dyslexia through my buddy Brother Roz, and this is throughout the country. Okay, but I did that video to let people know that I'm in the public eye. That I have this issue, and you're not alone dealing with it and doing things that I do here and being in the public eye, how difficult it is, but overcoming it. So it was meant to be a motivational piece and to understand that, hey, we all make mistakes. It's kind of like when Dak was talking about mental health and letting people know, hey, you're not alone. I have, problems with depression and things as well, having lost his brother, of course, to suicide. The Dallas Cowboys, man, Jamar Chase kind of threw some shade at Diggs. He said he's a great athlete and this, that, and the other, but basically said there's some holes in his game that leave opportunities. And I guess in some case, he's saying, I'm looking to have big gains on him and to feast. I hope that Diggs takes that as a big challenge. And I hope that Diggs comes to play and that we shut down Jamar Chase. In fact, call me crazy. I know I am. I am the eternal optimist. I know that this Cowboys team has been screwed over by Jerry Jones, who's completely in denial. He's going through and basically saying, well, CD, we know you're covered, but you got to catch the ball, son. Well, part of the reason why it's covered is because your offensive coordinator doesn't understand play calling to put him in the best advantage. And the other part of the problem is because you ended up taking away all of the weapons that have experience, and you are literally taking rookies and undrafted free agents and saying these guys are as good as veterans. So there's going to be a learning curve. That's not to say that these guys can't become good players, but when you had Fournier starting on the offense, playing because Connor McGovern got hurt, when you have a rookie tackle in Tyler Smith, when you have Houston, an undrafted free agent as a wide receiver, Semi, who probably has caught less than 100 yards of catches in his career, and Cedric Wilson as your main receivers, You can't expect that CeeDee Lamb is going to be able to get away from double and triple coverage. You just can't. And when you decide to throw the ball 70 times in that situation, when you're actually having some gains with running the football, kind of shows that you're too in love with the pass. And that balance is what we need. Jerry seems to be getting a little bit feisty as he tries to be the snake oil salesman that he is, to convince us that there's nothing wrong. Stephen Jones, well, this is just week number 1. Yeah, but at least week 1 last year when we played Tampa Bay, we had a chance in that game. From start to finish, we looked like we were the Jets on offense. No, actually, I think the Jets scored more points than we did. We literally took an offense that was actually doing some damage, especially the first half of the season, and deconstructed it. And now Mike McCarthy will get blamed, and Dak will get blamed, and the young players will get blamed, and eventually Jerry Jones will, of course, not get blamed. Dak will come back, and we'll say that it's all on the quarterback. But I have hope. If the Cowboys, and it's a big if the Cowboys defense, and I think the Cowboys defense is better than the Steelers, I think that Micah Parsons is as good as TJ Watt. Joe Burrow had 4 interceptions and they had a fumble, 5 turnovers, was sacked 7 times. If our defense can do that, and Kellen Moore stops with the trickery, the Wildcats, the double reverses, and actually runs the ball and has some semblance of a game plan that is like 50-50, runs and pass, then they got a chance. Now, I tell you what I love was Richard Sherman's quote. You had Phil Simms basically say, there's not much of a drop-off between Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott. Simms, are you in CTE? Seriously, bro. We heard that about Andy Dalton, who actually had played playoff games. We heard that. And then we got Andy Dalton. I'm not going to say Cooper Rush is going to be, the worst quarterback in the division, and that he can't do some things, but he ain't Dak. But the funny thing is Richard Sherman said, oh, let me see if I get this right. So now you're going to really try and protect the backup as opposed to your high-dollar quarterback. Okay, I got it. I got it now. I understand. The thing that bothers me is, and I know this is what's going to happen, they're going to run the football more. They're going to use 12 personnel. They're going to do everything they can to help Cooper Rush succeed. My question is, why didn't we do that with Dak? And I guess there's not an answer for that. Well, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, our Zoom call. And I can't wait to talk to you guys and check out the pulse of Cowboy Nation. I'm sure it's going to get ugly. I know it's going to get ugly. And tomorrow, of course, I'll be getting ready for Sunday's kickoff. So I got to go get the big sub and the meats and stuff to go with that, and get ready for game day. As always, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. Shout out to BJ. You are our winner tonight of our drawing. And tailgate members, next week I hope to have all of the Joe Barty's ready to be shipped out for you guys. Didn't realize there's so many of you, geez. And then I'll start working on stuff for the super fans. And as always, I appreciate you. And don't forget, do not forget to tell the ones you love that you love them. Because sadly, you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. God willing, I'll see you in the morning.